Two of the strongest part of my game is my defensive and strategic skills on the pool table, along with my positional play skills. These are two aspects of the games that I have put a lot of time and effort into in order for me to yield the success that I have garnered over the course of the last 2 to 3 years. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some of those tips with you. Hello pool players, my name is Apex Lenio, your aspiring professional pool player from Jamaica, and of course yet again we are back on the table with another rack analysis, and this is coming from one of my evening practice sessions with some of the amateur players that are in my area. Now, as I've stated before, that there's only 1 or 2 strong players that are within my area. There are many good, really good pool players in Jamaica, but I would have had to travel the island in order to access those players, and it does take a lot of money to really go out and do those things. But here in this particular rack here, we're playing 10 ball with a young talented player, a player that emulates my game to some extent. His name is Damoy, and I have a lot of respect for this young man's game because he tries his very best at all times to play the game the right way, even when it doesn't go the way he wants it to. Now, as I stated in the introduction of this video, one of the strongest part of my game is my defensive game. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this creative little defensive shot that I played here. Now, I have a look at the 4, or I think it's the 8, pardon me, that could potentially go into the side. Now, have a look at what I did here, guys. I caromed the 1 off the 4, knowing that the possibility of the 4 going into the side is likely. So I know that if I carom the 1 off the 8, pardon me, then it will settle into the corner. But if I do miss it like I did here, because I did try to go for the 8, I might get safe. Now, it's arguable that that may be a case where I got lucky, and to some extent, I think I did. It worked out really nice because I was going for the 8 ball into the side, as you can see there, because of my exasperation at the end. But you know, luck is a part of the game. This is something that you have to really just accept. There is no control variables for luck. It can just be a case where your intention is right, but your execution is wrong. And based on the layout of the balls on the table, you get a bit lucky. And it can just be a case where you're really very creative, and your creative attempt always yields you the best results. Now, Demoy unfortunately missed that kick shot, or missed the contact on that one. I would have literally appreciated had he just made a little bit more contact, or at least made contact on that one, because giving up ball in hand in any sort of situation against the likes of Apex Lenio and any player of this skill level, you most likely will be punished here, because the balls are laid out into somewhat of a nice position here. So pretty good opening shot there by Apex Lenio. Stun drawing out. I did come a little bit too far. I wanted to land anywhere between the 7 and the 9 for an easy pot on the 3. But it's a little bit tricky. You can see I'm a little bit concerned. Not really showing much on the face, because I mean, there's no value on the game. There's no money being placed on the game. It's just an evening session. We're all having fun. We're all just, you know, in our execution mode here. I'm a little bit hampered by the bridging over the 5 and the close bridging to the 7. But I think I should be able to get this one down and still get position on the 4. Really, really nice shot there. Landing out nicely on angle here on the 4. Now, really good here, not too bad. A little bit concerned, might have to move the cue ball a little bit. You can see my hands moving there, that I want to land in that area. So I know definitely that I'm gonna have to come across table about 2 cushions, and I really have to settle down on this. You don't want to hit the shot too hard. You want to just kind of coerce it into the pocket here and just allow the cue ball to do it to work. Now, it did come a little bit close to that 8, which would not have been really bad, because had I popped the 8, that would be 1 less ball on the table. But I landed dead perfectly on where I needed to be here. Really nice shot there coming cross table. Definitely that knowledge came from the yo-yo drill that Niels Fine spoke about in one of his tutorials sometime last year. Now really nice, just gonna stun out again, cross table, that yo-yo drill again, bumping out the second cushion. So back-to-back shots where I have to come across the table. Really nice here. Now, as I told you guys, one of my strongest part of my game is my positional play. This is something that I have worked on for years. Just understanding how to move the cue ball into position and how to, shot making. I feel like I can play good shots. I feel like I can pocket any ball. But because I depend heavily on my positional play skills, I usually tend to don't put too much focus on my ball pocketing, because it's just an aspect of the game where I feel like I have a natural knack for. But as usual, there's always that moment where you tend to do a little bit too much. For example, here I landed on the 7. I didn't need to do much. I was trying to get a little bit too cute, and look at what happened here, guys. Use some side spin, which was totally unnecessary, and missed that shot, because of course no matter where I landed that cue ball, once I make that 7, I would have had a shot on the 8. But again, these things have to happen. There's a saying in my country that says something has to happen for something to happen. Now, of course, like I said, we're playing with an amateur level player. He's a little bit above the sea level and somewhere hampering around the B level, lower B level. That's his skill set. He missed that easy 7. Really should have made that shot. Expected him to make that shot. But these things do happen, guys. And like I said, it's just what you do with the opportunities. Because you've seen pro players have missed easy shots. Not shots like those, obviously, when the match is tense. But this is just a practice session. Nothing too serious. All we're doing, guys, is together we are extrapolating valuable information that we can gain from these racks here. Now, I went all out for that combination, that one bank combination on the 8, and look at that, missing the 7, and once again dealing with the luck. So you can see I pump up the fist there as if that was intended. It was not. I was going all out for that bank, and I was hoping that had I just made that one bank combo, the cue ball would have been somewhere out into the middle of the table for a shot here on the 7. But unfortunately, like Efren says, and there you have it, just got lucky. And there's a little bit of a discussion being held by the players here on the side, wondering if he should try to jump. You can see they were measuring the distance of the cue ball to the 10 to see if the jump is likely. One thing I do recognize about the players in my area, they are very excited about certain shots. They're like, they like to see those fancy shots, the jump shots, the massage shots, the kick and make the shot, that kind of thing. I've shared knowledge with them of how important it is to have very good defensive skills. Some have taken the knowledge, some have not. It's just all a part of the learning process for them, because I've been through this stage where having to tell persons that having very good defensive skills is what separates you from being a good player and a great player. You can see it on the pro scene. There's not much difference between the pro players. There's just a case of luck and, of course, a case of skills there. Unfortunately for Demoy there, he got snookered on the 10, missed the 7, and literally made the rack way easier than I would have wanted it to be here. But these things do happen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who are watching this video, and it's just all a part of the learning process. Everything that has happened to me in this game, whether it be good or bad, has contributed to my game significantly. So all these experiences are good. These are knowledges that I have gained over the years, and even though sometimes it looks like luck, it really isn't. Most times it is always within my intention to get these kind of wins. So unfortunately for Demoy, he fell short, but it's all a part of the game, all a part of the learning process. All right, so I hope you guys got some value, and if you have, show me some love by hitting the subscribe button below. Leave a like, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next tutorial video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.